This is for Year 11 methods. We're looking at exercise 3K, question 11. So we've got a worded problem, and we're trying to form. So we've got a cable above a suspension bridge, and we're trying to find the correct equation for it. Okay, so the suspension bridge is here, and just so you know, the XY axis. The XY axis is here. Okay. The x-axis is where the roadway is, and the y-axis is the height above the roadway. Okay, so I'll redraw the graph because it's not very clear. Well, it's not very clear as to where the x, y's are, and it's a bit crowded. So I'm going to redraw the graph. The graph's going to look something like this. Now, I know that from the roadway to the top height of the cable, we know that's 75 meters. So that must be the y-intercept. That's 75. I know that the length of the cable is 180, so that's 180 here. So this point, this end point here, must be 180.75. Now, how do I get the middle of the quadratic? I know that it says the minimum height of the cable above the roadway is 30 meters. So I know the y coordinate will be 30 because that's the minimum height of the cable. Now, how do I get the x coordinate? I know by symmetry, because the axis of symmetry, I know this must be half of 180, which is 90. Okay, I've got 3 points. We can get a quadratic equation. So your model would be y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. You'll have to use polynomial form. 3 points, 3 equations. Okay. Now I'm gonna try the cheat way first, or the quick way first, because I want to check whether we get a nice answer. So I'm gonna delete all this, and we're going to re-enter the equation. So our 3 points are 0, 75, 90, 30, 90, 30, and 180, 75. Okay, I'm going to calc regression, the quadratic regression, and we can see that B value and C value are whole numbers or exact decimals. That's fine. A isn't. Okay, A is 5.556 times 10 to the negative 3. Now that's in scientific notation. It's basically saying 5.556 times 10 to the negative 3. Okay, that's what that little e thing means. So that's not exact, so we'll have to bite the bullet and go the long way. Okay, so you literally have to sub in to the model. Now, I know my 175, so I know my C value. I can sub in that in straight away. So ax squared plus bx plus 75. 75. So that's great. That's going to be my model. I'm going to sub in the other 2 points to find out what they are, to work out what A and B are. So when I sub in y equals 30, x equals 90. So 9 squared A plus 90b plus 75, and I'm going to sub in 180.75. So 70, when y is 75, x is 180. Okay, I'm going to enter this on my CAS, and I'm solving for A and B. So let's do this. On my main, I'm going to solve it. 2 equations. Equals 90 squared. I'm going to use x and y just to, speed things up instead of A and B. Plus 180. So 180x. Don't forget x and y. So just double check you're working, or once you typed in your calculator, because sometimes while you're typing, you don't know whether you made a mistake or not. So as we can see, my A value is 1 on 180, and my B value is -1. Now, just so you know, because remember how we got that weird number, that weird E number at the, using the regression tool or spreadsheet tool. Let's check what that number actually is as a decimal. Okay, you can see it's 0.005555 goes on forever, but we didn't know that, okay, because the calculator cut it short. So if you go back to the actual value, you can see that the regression gives you that value. It's exactly the same as 0.0055555555, but we didn't know that, so we needed to do that on the main screen to get the answer. So your final answer would be y equals 1 on 180 x squared minus x plus 75. Okay, so I'm not going to write it down. You can I put the values of A and B there, and you've got the value of C, so that should give you the right answer. Hopefully that helps.